Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a big round of applause once again? Urban Drum Crew! I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's event. My name is Adam Osman, and I will be your MC for tonight's proceedings. Now, besides that performance, today is also a very special day for Casio. It's actually the launch of their latest product, the XJ-V2, the latest mercury lamp-free product, as well as the second hero product model in the core series this year. Now, the XJ-V2 is currently boasting of the lowest power consumption in the market. And according to Future Source Consulting, Casio's line of laser and LED projectors are currently Singapore's as well as the world's best-selling LED and laser products. In fact, it dominates the market share with 87% in the laser and LED phosphor category. So with the launch of this new product, it kickstarts a very exciting new year ahead in 2016 for Casio, as it signals even more investment into research and development to produce even more interesting products for you, your clients, and your customers. Now, before I pass the time over to our first speaker of the night, I just want to let you guys know that tonight's event is actually being broadcast live. Right? It's broadcast live. There's a camera behind there. It's actually broadcasting the event live. It's on rings.tv. So for those of you who are interested, if you have any friends or colleagues who may not be able to join us tonight, but who want to see what's going on tonight, you can actually download the application over at the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, rings.tv, RINGS.TV, over at Google Play or Apple App Store for a live telecast. All right, without further ado, I would like to pass on the time to our first speaker of the night. He is the Managing Director of Casio Singapore. He'll be giving his welcoming address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Shunichi Watanabe. Watanabe-san, please.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very surprising start, drum. I think you recognize today is now it's Friday night. Yeah. So well, this is the event to launch this the V2 projector, but is I think you recognize this is the also dust free, smoke free, resistant, also maybe water resistant. It looks like. Yeah. So now I'm not honored today to welcome all of you to embark on a brand new green journey with Casio. The first half of 2015 has indeed been a very challenging yet promising one. Casio, as a projector brand in Singapore, have shown double-digit growth in market share and also sales revenue, all thanks to our dealers and distributors. This has once again proven that end users are starting to be more aware of the advantages of having lamp-free projectors for their everyday usage. This special occasion today commands me to announce two pieces of extremely good news to all of you today. Firstly, we are launching our all-new addition to core series, the XJ-V2. This addition to the family sets the tone for business in the second half of fiscal year 15, as the 3,000 lumens will give us more penetration opportunities for the education and corporate segments. Secondly, we are indeed proud to announce that we have been awarded the Green Label certification by the Singapore Environment Council. Thank you very much. For some of our key selling models in Singapore. This award gives our dealers and end users the necessary assurance that our mercury-free projectors have indeed complied to the high standard of the Singapore Environment Council, and they constantly remind us to produce powerful yet environmental friendly products. But before I dive into the presentation deeper, I would like to first announce Casio's breaking news. Just earlier this year, our projector was shot out for space. To be exact, our projectors were selected to use for International Space Station. To further add, we are the first projector brand to be used in space. This was selected under the strict product quality test, and because of our lamp-free technology, we were the choice. As I have mentioned earlier during my opening speech, fiscal year 15 first half was indeed a very challenging one. But despite all the multiple challenges, our projector division still managed to attain a year-on-year growth by 10% across our sales offices. This is an extremely promising sign for us. Despite of the growth internally, the worldwide projector market size and opportunities showed otherwise. The volume market is rather flat and stagnant in fact. We forecasted an overall decline in the year 2015. But this does not stop Casio into pursuing the market share despite of the decline. As Casio is a new kid on the block, we strongly believe that we can continue to fight for more market share, especially with a very interesting lineup of products next year, which Desmond will share with all of you later on during the presentation. But despite of the worldwide decline, ASEAN showed a promising figure instead. This has prompted Casio Group that there are big opportunities lying in the ASEAN market. And in order for us to seize these opportunities, we have set up new Casio office in Thailand earlier this year, alongside with the Malaysia and Indonesia office. These offices, headed by Casio Singapore, headquarters are responsible for all sales and marketing activity within the countries. The slow market growth is a common denominator for all brands that I strongly believe. And what most people for when they purchase a projector are by very basic specification, such as brightness and resolution. And because of such requirements, manufacturers are usually producing products and setting pricing based on these two features. Being the new kid on the block, Casio will need to have a technology breakthrough. In the year 2010, Casio developed the very first lamp-free projector in the market. And this shocked the industries. We make use of laser and LED light source technology to produce brilliant image quality from our projectors. And most importantly, we are pioneer of solid-state illuminates technology. One of the biggest advantages is the superior long light hours because of the laser LED technology. Because of the 20,000 long light hours, this enables the users to lower down the total cost of ownership. Users now do not need to worry about lamp and filter maintenance anymore. Have you ever experienced the long start-up time for projector, especially when you are in the rush of time? Well, our projectors can power up at fast as 5 seconds, just like your home TVs. This is because of the laser LED light source require very little energy consumption to power up our machines. Even so, we have a lot of wonderful features. Casio did not put Mother Earth at stake. Our laser LED projectors do not make use of any mercury contents, unlike the lamp projector. We conserve the Earth's as we innovate. And because we Casio want to offer top-notch product qualities, we manufacture our product with assured high-quality checks at Yamagata, Japan. All our Casio projectors are made in Japan. Even when we first started out as a lamp-free projector in the market, what was our biggest challenge? Users could not identify the value of a product against price. Sales didn't pick up as quickly as we have expected. So we carefully planned our strategy along the way, and we have found a more suitable approach to the market. So in the first half of year 2015, Casio challenged the technologies. We made our product more valuable for money. And this is only possible with the development of new laser diodes and new lensing technologies that has made our products more affordable and compact in size. And that is when we launched our all-new core series, XGV1, which is 2,700 lumens XGA resolution. Upon the launch of the XGV1, Casio started to see significant growth in both our sales revenue and market share. On a year-on-year comparison, we grew from a 3% market share to now approximately a 9% worldwide market share in the 2,500 lumen to 2,999 lumen XG market. This has proven that it was the right way to go if Casio wished to pursue the volume market to make our products more value for money. As for the ASEAN market, our fiscal year 15 first half performance has also grown from year 2012's 0.48% to close to 5% market share in year 2015. And for something closer to home, Singapore, the growth was the greatest. From a small market share of 0.94% to what we have totally close to 30% market share in 2,500 lumen to 2,999 lumens XJ segment. That was a double-digit growth for us. And with these results, Casio lamp-free projector have attained a high market share of 87.4% in the lamp-free category, making us the world's #1 laser LED projector brand in the world. Of course, we don't take our position for granted. We have been listening to feedback and opinion from our end user and dealers. The two main things that we have been constantly hearing are 2,700 lumens are not bright enough for education usage, and price has to be kept competitive. Therefore, we did a little more study in the year 2014. Singapore have sold close to 14,000 units worth of projector in the 3,000 lumen to 3,499 lumen categories. This has prompted us once again the need to further improve from the XGV1 in place. So quickly, with the help of the R&D team in Japan headquarters and members from around the world, we have decided on the next course of action. The core product for Singapore in December 2015, the all-new XGV2, a 3,000 lumen model with XGA resolution, and we will be pricing it at a very strategic price of $899. The objective of the XGV2 is to position it as a versatile projector for everyday usage, from classroom to meeting rooms, and if possible for digital signage. The XJV2 will not just stop here. Casio continue to work on better products to meet to the market demands progressively. We promise better and more affordable projectors so that adapting our lamp-free projectors is not an expensive thing anymore. With this, I'd like to thank each and every of our partners and the media for the brilliant support these years. Let's all embark on a brand new green journey together ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Watanabe-san. Sir, may I please have you back on the stage? We need to do the next portion. Okay, as Watanabe-san has mentioned earlier, besides the launch of the XJV2, it was the line of lamp-free projectors also have been received the acclaimed Green Label certification by the Singapore Environment Council. Now, this label is actually a seal of endorsement by the council that shows that Casio is sticking to its guns and it is standing by its environmentally friendly claims to prevent the abuse of greenwashing. And this is actually an industry first. So in order to formally have the conferring of the launch of the label, I would like to invite onto the stage our second guest. He is the Head of Department, Lead Environmental Engineers at the Singapore Environment Council, Mr. Kavik Kumar. Mr. Kumar, please, may I have you on stage? So Mr. Kumar and Watanabe-san, you guys will be conferring the launch, all right? So one of you hold on each side. Just put it over the slot. We will count down 3, 2, 1. When I say 3, 2, 1, go, slot the plug into the slot and we will have the official launch. Gentlemen, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready as well? All right. On my count, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, congratulations. Thank you very much, Mr. Kavik Kumar. Thank you very much, Watanabe-san and Mr. Kavik Kumar. Can we give the two gentlemen another round of applause? Thank you very much, gentlemen. So the Green Label certification by the Singapore Environment Council, an industry first for Casio. Now, to tell us more about this Green Label certification and also the significance for Casio, I would like to invite our next speaker. She is the Environmental Engineer of Training and Education over at the SEC, Singapore Environment Council, Ms. Rachel C. Ms. C, can we have you up on stage? Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rachel, and I'm from the Singapore Environment Council. Okay, on behalf of SEC, I would just like to thank Casio for having us here today to share more about the Singapore Green Labelling Scheme. So just a little bit about the Singapore Environment Council, SEC for short. We were established in 1995, and we are a non-profit, non-government organization. And what we do is that we advocate and facilitate environmental causes in Singapore. This provides a concise summary of what we do and the programs that we run in SEC. So the Singapore Green Labelling Scheme is under the Labelling and Certifications Department. On top of that, we also have the programs team, the awards team, as well as the training and education arm. We work with a great deal of partners from the people, private and public sectors. And these are some of the partners that we work and collaborate closely with. Okay, now I would like to share more and elaborate about the Singapore Green Labelling Scheme. So, with rising affluence and the demand for higher quality of life, there has been shifting attitudes towards green products, and being green is looking more and more trendy. So this has led to the proliferation of eco-products, eco-labels, as well as consumer awareness campaigns and programs. With this demand, this has motivated businesses to move into greener processes, such as environmental profiles, evaluating their green performance, and as a result, improving their corporate image. Because consumerism is so deeply and inherently linked with the environment, it is increasingly more important for corporations to look at the entire life cycle of a product. Because a consumer does not just buy the product, but everything that went into the production, as well as everything that will happen in the future as a result of the product. So if you take, for example, an item that most of us we have, I would say 99% of us have, that is the mobile phone. Okay, during the functional stage of the mobile phone, when it is in the consumer's hand, the operating of the mobile phone requires an electricity to operate, which was from the combustion of fossil fuels. So if you look at the upstream activities, before the phone got to the consumer's hand, there was the necessary move to extract raw materials, as well as the transportation of the mobile phone from the assembly line to the point of sale. And if you take a look at the downstream activities, if the mobile phone parts are not recycled and it ends up in the landfill, it would generate greenhouse gases, which would contribute towards global warming. So the Singapore Green Labelling Scheme is one such initiative which tries to encourage greener and more sustainable product life cycles. With increased consciousness of consumers, this could lead to demand-driven changes which would reverberate along the supply chain and the downstream activities. Okay, more about the SGLS. The SGRS was launched in 1992 by the then Minister of Environment and has been administered by SEC since 1999. So in 2003, SEC became a member of the Global Eco-Labeling Network, and in 2011, we were successfully audited to have met the ISO 14024. So sorry about that. Okay, so sorry about that. So there are 3 types of eco-labels, and the SGLS is a type 1 eco-label. So what this means is that it is, number 1, voluntary. Number 2, it is a third-party program that awards the certification. And thirdly, it has a multiple assessment criteria. So for the eco-label, the Singapore eco-label, the assessment criteria will include energy and water efficiency, resource conservation, as well as overall health and environmental protection. A company looking to certify its products under the SGLS will need to submit test reports, safety data sheets, as well as the overall environmental management plan in order to get the certification. So under the SGLS, we have a broad range of products certified. With over 40 categories, the products range from building materials and electrical products to household and general use products. Here are some of the brands certified under the SGLS. So as you can see, these items, they could be used on a daily basis by consumers in households, and they are also common items that are procured and sourced by organizations both big and small. A list of the certified products are made easily available online on the SGLS website so that consumers can make informed decisions and green choices. If you take a look at the number of products certified under SGLS over the years, there has been increasing numbers, with the 3,000 products certified just this year in September. So, why the increasing numbers? Undergoing the process of getting an eco-label can actually help a company to look into its processes as well as the management of its resources. During this process, it could actually help a company to improve on its location and the usage of its resources, thus leading to increased operational efficiency and reduced operational costs. Obtaining and displaying the green label can also help a company gain a competitive edge over the rest, and also help to gain more consumer support and loyalty. Organizations also see the benefits and the value of SGLS through increased business opportunities. The reach and presence of the green label has actually gone beyond the shores of Singapore and is recognized on a regional and international level. So with this recognition and the marketing of it as a Singapore brand, developers have started to associate it with the mark of quality. Just this year, SEC was elected on the board of GEN, and this was the first for any eco-labeling bodies from Singapore. On top of that, we have also signed an MOU with China and an MRA with Japan to promote each other's eco-labels as well as best green practices. In the green building sector, the SGLS is recognized by several green building rating schemes and systems, such as the BCA Green Mark Scheme, the Malaysia GBI, as well as LEED. So because of this recognition, developers and owners in the building and construction industry constantly source for SGLS certified products. Environmentally friendly companies, such as this company here, which is the Pacific Power, they opt for certified products, and it also helps in installation of, it helps in the key installation of their power plants. eMix, which is a cement and concrete company, they currently have 16 products certified under the SGLS and are actually looking to certify more because they see the value and the growing trend towards green label products. So if more corporations actually go for the green label and more environmentally responsible processes, this can actually help to create more economies of scale and to actually drive down the prices of these products. Okay, so in the recent Haze episode, it has also placed the green label in the spotlight. Okay, because with growing consumer awareness and also the directly felt impacts of haze pollution, okay, more and more consumers are actually looking out for these green products. So this has led to not only consumers, but also the supermarkets, as well as the companies, to look out for the green label in their purchases. So moving forward, sustainability will continue to gain more and more momentum, okay, slowly but steadily, okay, for individuals, groups, and corporations alike. So SEC hopes to seek your continuous support, okay, in this journey. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening ahead.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rachel See of the Singapore Environment Council. Now that we've heard from Ms. Rachel See, as well as the opening address by Watanabe-san earlier on today, I'm sure that a lot of you are still very curious as to why the XJV2 is a very interesting product. So we have a member from Casio SG who will be taking you through the journey of the product development as well as the roadmap for the year ahead. May I please invite up on stage Desmond from Casio SG. Come on up, Desmond.
Don't like that, I was shy one. All right, hi, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice seeing all of you here once again this evening. But before I begin my presentation proper, I would like to thank all the medias as well as partners as well for turning up for today's gracious event. All right, I mean, of course, it's very touching for me to see so many partners on board today to join us in launching the XJV2, and also at the same time to get a form of recognition from the Singapore Environmental Council to actually get the green label endorsed for most of our selling products as well. So let me bring you into what Casio is all about, but please don't feel shy. You can feel free to continue to eat your dinner during the process of the presentation, please. All right, so for Casio itself, right, it actually did not come a very long way, okay? Back in 1956, we realized that in Japan there was this Minamata disease where mercury poisoning actually happened to people. So in the Japan community over there realized that there was a lot of disabilities and disformities as well. So people start to wonder, what is this disease that is actually causing this to actually take place? Of course, after much research, they realized one main key denominator that actually made this happen was the mercury. All right, and of course, back in 1994, all right, you can actually take a look. Casio, we actually launched the very first Mega Vision LCD projector, all right, which is very small, very portable in size, like a mini TV that we have. And back in 2010, that was when Casio transformed its product's direction. We have decided to create the very first mercury-free products in the market. Mercury-free meaning lamp-free. We do not even need any lamp to power the light source of the projectors. And of course, in 2015, like my MD have actually mentioned earlier on, we launched the very first model, which I believe most of them are there, the XJV1, which is our 2700 lumens XJ model. And today, I'll show you what are some of the key results we have achieved with this model. You can actually take a look. Back then in year 2013, where was Casio? Casio was at the number 10 position, gaining overly a very small market share of only 2.82 overall Singapore market share. All right? And in year 2014, not so much of improvement, 11%, only 2.3% of market share. What about this year? First half. In year 2015, we are very proud to say that we are now the 5th best-selling brand in Singapore. This is when you are supposed to clap. Yes. All right? Yes. You can notice we are actually gaining tractions in terms of our product, especially where we believe that products must equivalent to price and quality that we strongly produce in our XJV1. And right now, we are now gaining a very high market share of approximately 5%. But of course, there's still a lot of work to be done. Okay? So, if you take a look in the first half performance for Casio projector products for just Singapore alone itself, year on year, based on first half, sales revenue grew by 37%. Volume increase, sales revenue increase as well. And of course, people are asking me, so what exactly makes Casio exactly so unique? We are running by this technology over here, which is called the laser and LED light source technology. Take a look. We are running by blue laser together with the red LED. We do not have any projector lamps that's actually powering inside the model itself. So if you take a look over here, the blue laser diode is the one that's responsible for producing the main primary light source of the product. And of course, going through a phosphor wheel, it's not a color wheel, it's called a phosphor wheel, be it whether is it a 3LCD projector brand or a DRP laser projector brand, they will all have this phosphor wheel. It is not a color wheel, our products inside the products. Going through, they produce what we call the RGB colors, red, blue, and green. These three produce through the DLP chip, and what we are having is a brilliant image. So to actually correct some of the misperception in the market, people are always telling us, hey, Casio uses color wheel? No, we do not use color wheel. We actually use DLP chip. It's a very, very big difference. All right? And of course, I'm very sure all of you are very familiar with the all-new series that we have over here, which is called the Core series, which is the basic fundamental model that we want to push out to the mass market. So what makes this very special in terms of replacement, especially for our brothers and sisters from the system integration industry right over here? The all-new Core series allows you to replace any projector brand, especially the brand E, simply. Let's take a look at this video. So there you have it. You have seen it earlier on. Without replacing or repositioning your ceiling mount, you can replace a particular brand of projector just very easily. By moving up the bracket, you will have to remain at the same position, no additional cost incurred when you replace their products. You can get exactly the same screen size. So, common question asked today, earlier at the ballroom, earlier on outside, is, hey, you have already launched XJV2. So what about XJV1? Is it going to be discontinued? The answer is no, it will not get discontinued. New models, half a year old only, I will not discontinue this model. All right, so this is the direction over here. On top of V1 is an addition to the Core series family, and we have XJV2. Specs, cosmetic will look pretty much the same, but the only difference is that instead of a 2700 lumens XGA model for V1, we will be introducing the V2, which is of 3000 lumens XGA resolution. Chassis-wise, they all look exactly the same. There is no difference. So where are we exactly targeting this model? Like my MD have shared with all of you earlier on, the XJV2 is particularly targeted at the education and, if possible, the corporate segment of business. Because why? When people look at projector, they look at the basic specs. Because we have been hearing what the end users have been saying. And of course, what have we improved in the all-new Core series? Initially, our older models, we used a 24 laser diode model. Very big, very heavy in terms of size. But today, we have improved by only shrinking down the laser diodes, not compromising the brightness, to only 8 laser diodes. Technology is getting more advanced. Machines are getting smaller. But at the same time, when we do this improvement, we do not compromise on the quality of the products. And of course, weight. Last time, this model, very familiar to all of you, 3.8 kg. We have now reduced the weight to only 2.8 or 2.9 kg. Almost close to 1 to 2 kg lesser, which means it is even more portable right now. Okay? And of course, how are we going to target at this model? Main competitor, our lamp projectors. So what is the main difference in terms of lamp projectors versus Casio lamp-free projectors? Take a look at the power consumption. What we have, the brand E right over there, is 247 watts in terms of power consumption. But for Casio, we are only running at 105 watts, half of the power consumption, which is one of our most unique selling point, which is up to 50% power savings. Not only that, other brands, especially lamp projector brands, non-DLP models, they will need to have what we call the filters. But our machines are dust-proof. Dust-proof, dust resistance. Even for our optical engines and the light source block is sealed up. We have opened one unit right outside earlier on. Do feel free to take a look if you want to later on. Okay? And of course, the third advantage that we have, no lamp replacement. No lamp replacement equates to no downtime. One projector might be very cheap, maybe $500 to $600. The cost for 20,000 hours is $796. And this is excluding your labor cost. But for Casio, we do not need to replace any projector lamps at all. With our laser LED light source, you can use the projector up to 20,000 hours. And how are we going to position our product to the market? The initial launch price for XJV1 was $999. But of course, with extensive promotion and stuff like this that we have been doing, we have decided to reposition all the products. V1 will now be positioned at $799 for Singapore market. Okay? And for V2, we will position it at $899. Okay? V1 primarily will be still focused at the retail market. For V2, we are targeting it more for the corporate and the education segment. Very clear cut of business that they will not overlay with each other. All right? And of course, we have also very interesting products for next year. The core series doesn't just stop here. Of course, we can't reveal much details to you at this juncture, but we promise you a more promising product in the near future. In next year, March to April period, just a teaser for the media, we will be launching 3 new XGA models, 5 WXGA models. So what are some of the enhanced features that we are seeing? Higher brightness. All right? Higher brightness is one very key primary factor. That means Casio projectors, even though the size has gone down, the brightness does not go down. Higher resolution. Who knows? Maybe we might even have full HD models. Who knows? All right? And of course, more feature reach. And if you have noticed, I've been listening to all of you to tell me about the wireless features, how troublesome is it to connect, and you know, what are the features that you want to see in our products. All this, I've been hearing it. And of course, trust me, for the Japan R&D team, they are working excessively hard to bring you better products for the near future. All right? And with that, I thank all of you for coming to today's event. I hope all of you enjoy your dinner. All right? And of course, please don't forget to take your doggy when you go home. All right? And please stay to the end of the event as well. Feel free to approach me if you have any queries. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you very much, Desmond. Very insightful presentation there. You know, as he was talking, it really reminded me of those old projectors back in school. I'm sure you guys remember, right? Those old projectors, it's like really bulky. It takes forever to start up. The image is really bad and it's heavy and noisy and stuff like that. So, I mean, just seeing the technology progress in like half a year, you can see something like the V2 coming up. It's really such a big jump in technology and innovation. So if you guys were interested, like Desmond says, there's a model outside. If you guys want to check out later, you can talk to him if you have any questions. In the meantime, please enjoy your dinner. The next thing we are having is actually we are awarding the Casio Projector Star Awards. So that's happening at around 8:30 p.m. So you have another half an hour to enjoy your dinner, talk to each other, network, check out the models, and ask the Casio members if you have any questions. Thank you, enjoy your dinner, and I'll be right back.